Hi, good day everyone. So today we will be doing January 2021, right? Number 3. So they said the diagram below shows two pentagons. Pentagons just means five-sided shape. P and Q drawn on grids. Drawn on a grid made up of squares. Right? Select the correct word for the following list to complete the statement below. Pentagon P is something of Q. Is it the opposite? It's not. P and Q is not the opposite. Is it a reflection? No. Right? Is it congruent or is it a translated? Congruent means that there's no change in size. Right? Translated means it slide and it can only go to either along the x-axis or either along the y-axis. So it's not opposite, it's not reflected, it's not translated. So the last one that is possible is, it is congruent, right? And give a reason for your choice. A, the corresponding angles and sides are equal in length. And that would be your answer for part 2. Right, now part 3. Part B, sorry. All right, so part B, they said the diagram below, not drawn to scale, shows pentagon. Pentagon just means it's a five-sided shape. V, W, X, Y, and Z. In the pentagon, we have YZ is parallel to XW, and YX is parallel to VW, and angle XYZ. Right now, when they have these three letters like this, guys, so when they have the three letters, they're actually talking about the middle letter here. That is where your angle is at. So the angle 114 is actually at angle where the Y is at. So if we look at Y, you see that angle there is 114. While angle VZY, we're going to look at Y, is 98. That's this angle right here. Right? Now they said determine the value of angle WXY, which basically means to find out this area right here. You just draw it. To find out this area in red right here. They're asking you for this angle here. Now, what you need to recall is if we have two parallel lines, which we do, we have parallel line YZ and XW, we have two parallel lines, and they are intersected by a transverse line, that line being Y and X, right? These two angles, the interior angles here, this angle here and this angle here, when you add them up, it's going to be 180. So if this here, I'm just drawing it over, is 114, we can calculate this angle here. I don't think they're seeing. We can calculate this angle here by saying that angle Z, just now, we can say that angle X, Y, Z plus angle W, X, Y is equal to 180. This is too big, right? So this angle here, ZYX or XYZ, whichever way you want to put, right? This angle here plus this angle here is equal to 180. So you're going to say 114 plus angle WXY is equal to 180, right? And then we're going to say after that, you're going to say, well, just make this angle the subject. We're going to carry across 114 over the equal sign. So WXY is equals to 180 minus 114. So that angle here is equal to 66 degrees. The next question is calculate angle ZVW. Now, before we even find ZVW, which is this one here in green, that's just angle V, right? We need to find out this angle here. And we can see the same thing. We can say the same thing. We say that there are two parallel lines. There's parallel line VW and XYX, and they are intersected by a transverse line, which is XW. So therefore, this line here, don't use green, I'll use black. This line here would be the total between this angle here in red and this one in black will be 180. And we already did the calculations. This here would be 114 degrees, right? So if I had to draw this back, we have two parallel lines. They are they have a transverse line, which is this line here, VWX, right? This here is 66, and the same rule apply. This interior here as well as this interior here would be equal to 180. So this angle where W is at would be 180 minus 66, which is 114 degrees. Now, this here is a five-sided shape. Right now, there's a formula that you need to learn, right, for your internal angles in a pentagon, right? You will have, this is equal to n minus 2 by 180, right? Where n is a number of sides. N is equals to a number of angles, sorry. So if it is five-sided shape, we have a five-sided angle. So it'll be 5 minus 2, which is 3 by 180. And 3 multiplied by 180 is equal to 540. So the formula that you're supposed to remember is this here, n minus 2 by 180, right? And we know it's 540. And then after we do that, guys, we know that if we were to add up all these angles here, right, 98 plus 114 plus 66 plus 114 plus this one remaining here, which you're trying to calculate, that is going to be equal to 540. So now we can say that we'll call it X, or ZVW is equals to 540, which is a total, minus 98 plus 114 plus 66 plus 114, right? So it's 540 minus, when we add this up, is 392. So angle ZVW is equal to 148 degrees. That is this one that we have in green is equal to 148 degrees. And that is your answer for this question. This is letter A and point C66 as shown in the grid below. So we have 66 and A. On the diagram, draw accurately each of the following transformation. The enlargement of A by a scale factor to about point C, which is 66. So first off, what we're going to do is we're going to draw a line from your point CC66, which is your point of enlargement. You're going to draw a line that crossing through one coordinate of A. You're just going to draw straight down. Right? Then you're going to do the same thing for a second part. Right? I'm just going to choose this one. Now. Right. So what we are going to do is you're going to look at the difference in this line here from their first line to the last line here is 2 units. So the length of this from this line here to this line here is 2 units. And if they tell you it's a scale factor of 2, sorry, that means that you need a distance of 4 units from your first line to your second line. So if we were to say our point, let's say our point of enlargement is here, from the first line here to the second line here, that is not 4. So it cannot go here. Then we go here, we go this way, we want 4 units. So we're going 1 here, 1. Actually, let's just draw it. We're going to start from this point here and go straight down. Is that 4? Let's see. 1 from here to here is actually 4. We're seeing 1, this is 2, and this is 2, which is 4. So we know that this line, when enlarging, would be 4 units, and we see the distance from our first line to our last line is 4. So we know that our coordinates for enlarging point would be this here would be here. Let's just put a circle, and this here would be here. Right? And from there, you can do the rest. We know that our distance from here to here is 1. And if it is a scale factor of 2, the distance in our A would actually be 2. So you'll have from, let's use this arrow. From here to here is 1, and then here to here is 2. So we know that our cross is actually going, we have to connect it, this line here, and we're going to this line right here. Now, let us look at where this line ends, right? So we're going to draw a next line, right? We want it to go to that straight point, and we go straight across. So we know that the line that we just now drew, or we have to draw, starts at this point 2 units away from this. So we're starting from here, and we have to intersect that third line that was drawn. So let's just put that in red so we can see. So we know that the cross for A is right here. Put this in red, right? And then it is going to be easier to draw this. So we know from here, we're going to draw a next line. From here to this point at the bottom here, we go straight down, right? So we're going to connect our first point here with this last line here, right? So we're going to go like this, connect this to our last line. And we're also going to check if that was, let's put this in red. Right, we're going to check to see if that was 2 units, because it's 2 units. Well, instead of 2, it'll be 4. So from here to -2, from 2 to -2 is actually 4 units. So we know, yes, our A here is true. Let me just draw this this back from here to here. Right, let's go. So the red A would be our enlarging form of A. Let's do part 2. The translation of letter A uses the vector t minus 3, 2. Now, there are 2 ways to do this. We'll do the first way. If they say that you're going -3 along your x-axis, we're going -3, we'll go to the negative parts of your button, of your number line or your line. So it's going to go, this coordinate here is going to go 1, 2, 3, 3 units along, -3 units along your x-axis, and +2 units along your y-axis, 1, 2. So we know that our first coordinate is going to be, I'll put it in green, will be here. Right? And then we do the same thing, right? For here, we're going -3, 1, 2, 3, and we're going to go up 1, 2. So we know that our coordinates for this point is right here. Right, then we're going to do this one here, 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to go up 1, 2. So we know that the coordinates for that is here. right? At this point, you can draw your A, right? Connect your two lines. So this here, and then this here, right? And it is easy to see where your slash where A is going to go. It's going to go right here because it's 1 unit away from each other, right? I'll put this in green. Let me see if I can put the rest in green. You know what? I'll put the rest in green. Right. In green here, and then a next line here in green. So this is going to also be in green, right? And that is how your translation for A is going to look, right? So we can do it this way, or you can take all the coordinates for A. So let's do that. We'll put this in red here. Your coordinates here for this top part of A is 4, 4. This part here is 5, 2. And this one here is 2, 2. No, not 2, 2. Sorry, 3, 2. Right? This is 3, 2. And what you're going to do is you're going to take the coordinates for your image. So let's say it is, this is part 2. Right? You're going to take the coordinates. So it's going to be your object to your image under translation of -3, 2. You're going to take your coordinates 4, 4, change it to a column vector, which is 4 on top, 4 at the bottom. You're going to add to your translation -3, 2 to get your image. 4 minus 3 is 1, right? And then 4 plus 2 is 6. So we know that the coordinates on your image is 1, 6. Right? And then we're going to have next coordinate, which is 5, 2, right? You're going to change that to column vector 5, 2, add it to our translation -3, 2. So it's going to be 5 minus 3 is 2, and 2 plus 2 is 4. So our next coordinate is going to be 2, 4, right? Then the next one is 3, 2, right? Which is 3 on top, 2 at the bottom as a column vector, plus -3 plus 2, right? 3 minus 3 is 0. So x is 0 and y is 2 plus 2 is 4. So my coordinates here would be 0, 4. And we're just going to plot those points. 1, 6, x is 1, y is 6. So this point right here is actually 1, 6. Right? Then we have 2, 4. X is 2, y is 4. So this is 2, 4. Right? And then we have 0, 4, which is x is 0 along your y-axis, sorry, and 4. So this is 0, 4. Right? You're going to connect those two lines that you plot, right? And then, well, we know where the cross is going to go. It's just going 1 unit lower. So you're just going to make your second section, not your second section, your crosshair A. This is how your image is going to look at your image of the translation for letter E under -3, 2. Right, and this is the end of January 2021.